for that, as Lotac now just head into the Lina. I think more of a counterpick against the Coddle and the Troll than anything, not necessarily amazing against Pugna. And Tiger's looking like that is going to be your Velo hero, more than likely, in the Brewmaster. They've still got some flexibility here. The Puck and the Kunkka that I was talking about earlier that Dendy's been playing, you know, Lotac, of course, they're going to be doing their homework coming into this series as well. In terms of the major qualifiers, I did mention already that Lotac did get 2-0'd in their lower bracket series by Boom ID, who are currently playing over in the other match, and that's of course why they were directly invited here. People were been talking about the fact that I think TNC got knocked out in the open qualifiers for this, so not looking great. Let me see, where is this? There's the minor, Dream League Season 11. Yeah, of course, Fnatic and Mineski made it through in those 2 spots directly to Dream League. So we'll be seeing them there. Okay, so what do Lotac need here? If the Lina's core, then that's some reasonably safe or reliable building push. And when we're talking about this sort of push, it's normally not so much about taking the early towers, but being able to actually threaten high ground. And that's going to be difficult against this Tigers lineup. I think the Tigers are going to be on the front foot more than anything, but it is still a consideration. You want to have some kind of siege hero against the Coddle and all of this deep push that Tigers have to bring to the table. I mean, even just beyond the Keeper of the Light and the Pugna. There's going to be some nukes thrown up by Troll Warlord. Pushing into these guys is going to be annoying, for sure. So, Lotac already dipping pretty deep into the reserve time here, deciding exactly what they want to do. Man, the Brewmaster is even more mischance. There's actually some really nice synergy here between the Keeper of the Light, the Troll, and the Brewmaster, and even the Pugna. If they put down the Keeper of the Light ultimate in a fight, and then they just throw all of these blinds and the decrep on people, it's going to be insanely difficult to kill off. Like, that's probably the one weakness of that ultimate, is that it is relatively straightforward to just focus down and kill, but with all of this nonsense going on, that's actually going to be very difficult. So pretty clever draft from Tigers thus far. Lotac just going to be going in for the Phantom Assassin. So what is it? CK offlane, Grimstroke. Fantastic synergy with either of these 2 carries. Both of them probably going to need fairly early BKBs, you know, for all of those reasons that I was discussing just a second ago. Finding the Coddle and the Pugna in the backlines is going to be very important this game, so I like the mobility of the PA. You know, the Lina's got good burst, the CK can get in there too, so vision, as always in a Dota game, going to be very important, but going to be especially important for this game. And they've got some really nice Lotac. I mean, we're talking about the synergy with the Keeper of the Light, but Lotac are also synergizing with their position 4 or 5 fantastically as well. I talk about CK stun, Lina's got Laguna Blade, Phantom Assassin with the daggers, especially once you get the triple dagger talent. Lots of really good things happening in their draft at the moment, so I'm excited to see how this all plays out.
10 seconds
We got Lich being banned. Kind of interesting that Lich is been left this late in the draft, but Tigers are doing some slightly unconventional things with their supports. We are seeing a little bit of Keeper of the Light. And Lotac thinking along the same lines that I was with Pugna mid, Brewmaster, and Troll as the other 2 cores. They're just going to ban out a Zephyr hero here, getting rid of the Rubik. We do occasionally see Rubik mid. I am still not at all convinced about Rubik mid. Rubik is my favorite hero, but I really don't think that Rubik mid is particularly strong at the moment, and I feel like I see it lose quite a bit. But maybe that's just my bias talking. Like I said, very, very biased against Rubik being run in that particular role. Okay, we got, speaking of role, we got Earth Spirit coming in, so it is going to be that Lina mid, potentially. I don't think you want to send the PA or the CK mid against the Pugna, so just grabbing up the Earth Spirit, nice early ganking potential. Another hero to get in on the Keeper of the Light. Silence going to be nice against the Brewmaster.
10 seconds remaining.
And I like the tempo of Lotac's lineup at the moment. They're not really reliant on any long cooldowns other than Phantasm. And ooh, Tiger's going to go for the change up. And they are going to pick the TA for Dendi. Okay, so it is actually going to be Zephyr as that position for Pugna. I said I wasn't a fan. I said I didn't want to see this. And we'll see how it works out. I worry now that they've kind of... I think they've neutered their early game a little bit compared to Lotac. Like, I look at Lotac and they've got... you know, they got the Earth Spirit. They got the Grimstroke. So we'll see how this goes. Gonna be very interesting. And wait, is there a bit of a switch up here? Wait, Scam is on PA and Raven is on Earth Spirit. Is this a thing? Did they swap roles, or I don't know what's going on here. A little bit unusual to see Raven on something other than the carry role. Have they done this in any of their recent matches? Am I just not on top of things here? Nope. I mean, Scam is usually the support player, and they normally have Raven on like Jug or TB or something. Their most recent match, they did just have Scam playing Tusk. So, all right, little bit of a. I don't think it's a misclick. If it is a misclick, they're not allowed to do anything about it. So, all right, there you go. All according to plan. Let's see what happens.
You rock. Yes. Yes. Set in stone.
Oop. 147 getting out here just a little bit earlier, and they are going to spot this observer wood being planted. Do they have a sentry already? Seems like they do not. So not really going to be able to do anything about that for the minute, but we'll be able to deward it a little bit later on. Yeah, no sentry or anything. But knowing that it's there is worthwhile, and okay, they do actually get Zephyr to buy up a sentry and ship that out to Dendi right that second. So, okay. Ward on mid, not going to last very long. Lotac's ward down bottom might be a little bit better fated.
30 seconds to battle.
Tigers have just been running 2-1-2 for the most part recently. We have seen some teams start to run defensive tri-lanes again, as you can see is the case with Lotac, kind of sizing that up right now. Though I imagine Ohio on this CK is going to need at least a little bit of help over in the off lane. So we'll see what ends up happening. Velo needs to be careful. This is going to be a decent stun. Brewmaster does get decrept up. He's trying to run away with the Drunken Brawler, but some nice body blocks. And Velo instead just going to head in the opposite direction, leading them on a merry little chase. Another roll forward. Catches him again. Still Inkswell on cooldown for a little bit, but now they've got the Orb of Venom slowdown, and that is going to be first blood for Raven.
A fool's first lesson.
Nicely done by Lotac, staying out of vision until the last moment. Velo getting a little bit cocky, perhaps, running up there onto the high ground, feeling safe because of the decrep and the Drunken Brawler, but not so. Ohio does just skill up the Chaos Strike right away down here at bottom. I don't know if he's going to start trying to steal waves or what the situation is. At the moment, just putting some damage onto 1437. Mid lane. This is generally considered a pretty good lane for the TA, but it is possible for the Lina to still make stuff happen. As you can see, Tron getting a lot of damage so far. Velo on the run. Ooh, TPing Earth Spirit coming over. Velo's just trying to drag the wave, but now Raven's on top of him. They're going to try and aggro in some neutrals as well. The roll completely whips. Velo doesn't have a TP scroll, so I think he's dead here, but he's just trying to double up the wave to secure some experience. Raven going to come over here and just keep on fighting him. They can see that he doesn't have this TP scroll, so I don't know what Velo is planning here, but it looks like he's just going to end up dying again. And Lotac should be able to just drag this into some neutrals, aggro this camp or one of the camps along the way back towards the lane. Scam, I mean, struggling a little bit under the tower with some of the pressure, but Lotac, can they do anything about this? Come on, aggro some creeps. Let's do this. Yeah. Alright, that's the right idea. Good pings from Raven. Ohio doing a similar thing, though no real way for the Tigers supports to really punish him, so he's also just being a pain. Moon even coming over, trying to get involved. The creep skipping shenanigans have gone too far, guys. What has happened to Dota?
Attack.
Ohio seems to be sustaining just fine with a little bit of Chaos Strike lifesteal while he's doing all of this. But they do manage to pull it over into the creep wave. Up top, Raven putting some punches onto Zephyr. Velo and Zephyr both still level 1. There is a pretty big creep wave coming in, but Yamate actually manages to pull both of the ranged creeps off. Nicely done by Velo running forward to get the aggro back there. They need this range creep experience. How's mid lane going? Yeah, dead even, 8 and 6, 8 and 6. Double damage on the Lina right now. Still landing some nice stuns. Dendi a little bit low on mana, but does have a mango back in his stash. So as soon as he gets the courier back out, he should be okay. But so far, things looking pretty good for Lotac. Shutting down this top lane fairly effectively. Moon is getting pretty good free farm, but they're not really stopping the CK. Ohio with 12 CS to his name. Roll in over at mid. Dendi in some trouble. Got a Fairy Fire. Not going to be enough to save him. And a rotation from Raven pays dividends. Is he even just... He's going to tank the tower and just get a free trip back to the fountain. Didn't take any damage off of Dendi, so he's not going to get kill credit for that. And just ends up being, what, like 20 gold apiece? Or 25 gold apiece for the Tigers heroes. And with that, Raven is going to be able to go for an immediate follow-up gank. He goes for the smoke. TP's to the tier 2, and they're just going to look to bring Dendi down once again. It's under his tower for now. Do they have enough mana on this Lina? Yes, they do. It's not going to be an easy kill, but they're still going to try for it. Nice stun lands. Just using that smoke to get a little bit more vision down. They know about this sentry that was planted earlier since they've already been dewarded once. Yeah, a bit of a wild roll forward. Dendi doesn't have the refraction up, though. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's got some stick charges. The meld comes out. They look for the turnaround. Zephyr TPing in, but like I was saying, this is... Oh, is that Salve? No, that was a Salve. I thought the Salve got canceled on the Earth Spirit. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, what are these two supports going to do? What do Pugna and Caudle actually do for your team in the early game? They're not going to be setting up kills. Sure, they can kind of blast and pressure lanes a little bit, but I don't know if you want to drag the game necessarily. TA kind of falls off later. Troll Warlord, not an amazing late game hero either. This lineup is very much about taking fast tier 1, securing an easy Roshan. Alright, only a little baby stun on Velo there. Does manage to stay away with the Drunken Brawler.
Stay away.
Zephyr getting punched. A little bit of trouble for him. He's got a salve and some stick charges. He's going to be okay. This is just the battle for that 5-minute bounty, though it is still 10 seconds away from spawning. Yamate waiting up on the high ground. Zephyr kind of baiting a little bit with his stick and his Fairy Fire. They come in with 1437. Raven's also got stick charges of his own. Pops the Fairy Fire, manages to roll away. Does not want to use the Shrine just yet. Zephyr salving now. Skem's looking for him, rotating over for this. But it looks like it is going to be 3 bounty runes for Tigers at the very least. Ohio did manage to snag 1 for himself. And some team shrines going on both sides. But, okay. Fairly big commitment from Tigers, bringing the Keeper of the Light over towards top, but looks like they're happy to just let Moon do his thing down at bottom. Ohio still finding some good levels. Oh, up top, Velo gone on once again, level 3, pops the... doesn't have the Brawler, actually. Oh, he does have it active. Oh, helping him for now, but not for too much longer. This Skev is going to put him in the dirt. They want this kill on the Lina at mid, or they just want the tower kill. Glyph in the wave, keep the catapult alive. Dendi taking some damage. Ohio's rotating over. They're going to drag in Dendi. Roll forward as well from Raven. Bit of damage onto Zephyr. Looks like he'll be the first one to fall. They try and find the stun on Dendi, but he's heading to the east, down the river. Looks like he might be okay. Just managed to get the meld out, and Ohio just going to saunter on past.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Moon. Okay, so they tried to pressure mid. They're not going to be successful there, but they do manage to get some good damage down at bottom. Moon keeping this siege creep nice and protected, so tier 1 tower going to take a little bit of additional damage. 1437 is also here. But still very, very difficult for Tigers to set up kills. Just got to kind of focus on the objectives and keep on farming. Dendi, does he have any stacks? No, nothing on the Ancients just yet. Radiant TA, definitely quite a bit better than Dire TA now with some of the neutral changes and whatnot. Luna tanking some side blades here. Very nicely done by Dendi. There's another side trap back over here. Dendi not going to try for the dive. So, alright. Bot Shrine's already being used. What are they doing down here? Okay, Lena just gonna buy up a bottle. What are they doing? Annoying Scam a little bit up top. He doesn't have any help for the time being.
My hands is numbered.
Oh, a little bit of a go at bottom. Looking towards Moon. Does manage to get those whirling axes out. Taking a bit more damage. Yamate running forward. They do also have the Inkswell. Can they get the stun onto Moon? Ohio gonna lose his nerve. We'll just back away. I think he saw that Illuminate coming in from the Caudal and decided that it was not going to be the best idea to continue that dive. So, troll farming nicely. Moon hasn't shown us exactly what his item build is going to be just yet. Maybe just the casual Yasha into something else. Dendi, more than likely Deso or Blink first. Would be very shocked to see anything else. And Velo's still kind of struggling. About to crack level 5 up top. Very much needs the solo experience. The Primal Split is very much the backbone of their early game fight. And that's kind of the plan. They're supposed to roll up to a tower, take a fight with the Primal Split, win it, and then take out the building with the Pugna and whatnot. But so far, Lotac have done a very good job of holding on to their towers.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Just going to be a Yules first for the Lina. Troll is just going for a Vlad's. Okay, so Moon, I guess that's going to enable the Roshan a little bit more. They're going to have insane Roshan potential between the Deso and the Vlads. And very much fits the kind of pace of game that I was talking about for Tigers, though. This is a slow start for them. This is probably not what they were hoping for. So we'll have to see. And win probability already liking Lotac quite a bit. Just gonna hand the mid lane over to Yamate. They want that ultimate up before too long. Raven comes running up onto the high ground. Does he spot anything? He saw a low HP Velo. Does he know where he's gone, though? He does not. So I'm just going to start chasing after Zephyr. And Velo's going to be okay. Dendi playing a little bit of King of the Hill with his Sentry and his side traps at mid, making it pretty difficult for anyone to approach. Ohio still just doing the same old thing down bottom. Kind of dragging some waves, finding a little bit more farm. Doing just fine. Actually ahead of the TA this game, even without any help. I said at the beginning, I'm like, oh yeah, Ohio's definitely going to need some help from the Earth Spirit or something this game. I could not have been more wrong. Ooh, Baturin getting denied away from Raven. It's a nice attempt. He grabbed this one and then tried to roll past, but did end up getting denied. Though this Bounty Rune set going to be much better for Lotac. I think they got 3, and then the 4th one was denied. Oh. Keeper of Light going down the bottom. Scam making a little rotation. More pressure at mid with this next catapult. Tigers really want this tower. Oh, there's an Invis Lina. May have been spotted by the Sentry Ward, though. So they are aware of this. And if they didn't see it with the Sentry, then they would have seen it elsewhere. Moon, a little bit of trouble. Almost burst down. Does have some stick charges. Does have the battle chance. Yamate just dying on the side. Dendi plinking him down, and Tigers really want this tier 1 tower. Can somebody snag the last hit? No, it's gonna end up being the Radiant. The Will-O-Wisp gets dropped down. It's trouble for Lotac. They get dragged back in. Raven trying to find the roll angle. He does get it, but Dendi still finishes him off with that straight auto attack. And Lotac, trying way too hard to defend this mid tower, are gonna end up losing all 3 heroes. And that's gonna get Tigers back into this game nicely. And all of that was without the Primal Split, so Velo now has that ready to go down at bottom. They did end up losing their tier 1 tower. Skem grabbing the last hit there. He's just kind of gearing up for the late game, looking towards the Battle Fury. So he's going to be the insurance policy this game. And 1437 with the smoke, trying to get down some more deep wards. start to set up for this bottom tier 1 tower. It's already very low, so it shouldn't be too difficult for them to grab. And important for Lotac that they did manage to take this bottom tier 1 and start creating this little bit of extra farming space. For Skem, is that Vlad's completed? Not quite yet for Moon. Zephyr, nothing unusual in terms of the skill build. Vila getting going on here. Just a bit of pressure. And Ohio also kind of gearing up for that late game as he's going towards a Hand of Midas. So greedier builds overall, but feeling kind of confident. Lina in a little bit of trouble, does manage to land the stun, but getting slowed down once again by the side trap. Dandy with a quick meld hit, and follows it up. Nice easy kill. We do already have the maxed out Chakra Magic, so Tigers, they can push really, really quickly. Ohio in some trouble getting rooted up at top. Moon gets another root. And that is going to be an easy kill. They always had the Blinding Light pushback just in case. But that is 2 quick core kills for Tigers as they now close the kill gap. Going to start to close that experience and gold gap. And I don't quite know if Lotac are giving enough respect to this Pugna Coddle lineup. Like once the Nether Blast is maxed out, especially with the maxed out Chakra Magic, there is some insane push potential from this lineup. Like they could easily Rax in the next 7 minutes if they just win a fight at the right time, or they have an Aegis or something like that. Yeah, and the Roshan's not going to be difficult at all. Mid tier 1 tower's dead, top tier 1 tower's dead. They got Vlad's, they've almost got Deso. These next few fights are going to be very crucial. Oh, all right, Ohio, Phantasm up, looking towards Velo. Did he manage to get the Drunken Brawler off? He did, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to save him. They've got the follow-up stun, and Velo just gets mauled by the Phantasm illusions. Dendy waiting around the corner here. Skem, I don't know what prompted that decision, but he's going to try and just make his way out of here. Easy TP over to the shrine. He's going to be just fine. How's this Lina Yules coming along? Still not great, actually. Lina's net worth kind of middling. Only 2 deaths, but 70 CS, not amazing. And did seem to struggle a little bit past the early stages of the lane. I feel like he played the matchup pretty well, but once TA got those points up in refraction and the side traps came online, just life got a whole lot harder. So they need this Lina to come online because she's really what they're fighting around at the moment. The CK is also doing decently, but I think they need a little bit more, especially because this PA just has no interest in doing anything before BKB. Skem is not going to participate in any fights before he has his BKB online.
Radiant are scanning.
Alright, Bounty Rune's coming up. Tigers seem keen on these top ones. Raven gonna try for the kick away, but a little bit too late. Down bottom, Skem getting gone on by Dendy. They do have Yamate and the Lina rotating over, so Dendy just gonna have to back himself away a little bit. Primal Split gonna get used, but that's only for Yamate here. Can they find a little bit more? That's the question, and Velo's actually hunting for it. He's gonna get the Cyclone up onto the Lina. Skem is in the neighborhood, but again, he's probably not willing to fight. The side trap is here. They've also got the Boulder. Raven coming in, trying for the save, gets the Magnetized down, but the Will-O-Wisp is controlling both of them. Raven now gonna try and make his escape, but he gets dragged back in once again, and that is gonna end up being 3-0 down here at bottom. They do end up losing the Pugna over at top. Looks like Ohio managing to bring him down, but Moon Meander looking for a little bit of revenge. Needs to use those phase boots. Catching up somewhat now. It's only a 1-second stun. Ohio also going to pop the Phantasm to try and escape. Is that going to do it? Skem jumping in on top of Moon. Battle Trance still on cooldown. He's got the Whirling Axis soon. Is that going to be enough damage? 20 HP for Ohio as he barely survives, though. They will not manage to find the turnaround kill onto Moon. Alright.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tigers now in possession of a 2k net worth lead, about 3k experience. Win probability swinging back to even at this stage. 1-4-3-7, just picking up some bracers. Again, he's the position 6. Not really expecting too much from him. Zephyr Has his Aether Lens online now. Dendi with the Deso, making fast progress towards the Blink. So it's not so much a question of can they Roshan as when will they Roshan. Velo with another Primal Split in 40 seconds time, so it might just be waiting around for that before they make any attempts towards these tier 2s or anything like that. Raven's just trying to rush up a Ghost Scepter right now. Gonna be a very helpful item this game against the TA and the Troll. And is this Yule's finally online for the Lina? 17-minute Yule's, 5.2k net worth on this Lina. That last pick TA really proving its worth, and Lina just going to be forced straight into a BKB after that. If they want a team fight against the Brewmaster and the Keeper of the Light, they desperately need these BKBs. So I think mostly going to be waiting for that for now. Man, Lotac just seeming, I don't know, they seem a little bit lost as to what to do. Now that the Lina is a little bit more online, maybe they can start running around, look for a Soulbind combo or something, find a gank or a fight that way. And does TA have Blink? All right, Dendi's got Blink in a second. I would imagine that that's got to be go time for Tigers. You got Blink, Deso on your TA. You've got a Primal Split available for your Brewmaster. Let's make a play, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Looks like they smoke up, heading down towards bottom. They don't have everybody there. They are just threatening top with the Troll and the Pugna. Zephyr hiding up on the high ground. Ohio goes jumping in. They are looking for this kill onto Velo, but they won't be able to bring him down. He gets the Primal Split out. They finally manage to focus down the Ignis Fadus, but it's difficult, and Ohio's losing a lot of life to this drain. He gets brought down. 4-second stun onto this Keeper of the Light, but he's going to be fine. Raven trying to roll his way out of this. Moon hot on his tail, but won't really be able to do too much about him. Trying to get in front. Raven doesn't manage to get the roll all the way down into the river, so Moon's still going to keep on chasing him, taunting as he goes. Can he get a root? Battle trance in. Raven's still on cooldown for a little bit with the rolling boulder. Tries for the smoke, but he's too close to the tower, and down he goes. Alright. Moon meandered. Knowing that he could get that kill, they got a bunch of creeps to join this mid push now. As everybody's making their way over, but do Tigers just want to go for the Roshan? I think they could. I really think that they easily could. The ping is coming in from Yamate. He's like, yeah, I think they're gonna Rosh. That seems reasonable. Can they hold on for the BKBs? Velo? I mean, they're going on him, but he's being saved. Decrepify coming through. There is a side trap for them to kite over to. Velo just gonna keep on fogging them. Ohio's still looking for him. They really want this kill on the Brewmaster. Nice little juke with the Quelling Blade. Velo gets around the corner, pops the Brawler one more time, and away he goes, wasting a bunch of time from the Lina and the CK. Got S&Y now up for Moon Meander. Alright, the ping is now coming in. Moon Meander is keen for Roshan. 1437 is on a little bit of a warding mission on the other side of the map. He might actually be okay here. He does have the blinding light. Nah, never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly snipe him down. I mean, I think that's worth. I think that's a tactical feed. Establishes where those heroes are on the map. Moon and Dendi take a very quick Roshan. And they are now primed and ready to go for the next push in about 10 seconds time. Once that Primal Split is up. So, where are these BKBs at? 2k gold. 1.7k. And TA had PA, sorry, has just finished Desa, so only 300 gold with the progress. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to see if the Lina plus Grimstroke spam is enough for them to slow this game down, because this is Tiger's timing. This is absolutely where their lineup is ridiculously strong. I don't think they have a better timing for quite some time. Like, the BKBs, sure, are going to be helpful for them, but this is really when they should well and truly be large and in charge of this game. Velo even just working his way towards a Crimson Guard. Raven doing his best to drag waves and just be a general nuisance, but they are not nearly as good as Tigers when it comes to pushing these waves. And Tiger smoking up. They run into Schem. Reveal him. Decrypt coming out defensively. 147 going to try and keep him here with the Will-O-Wisp. They knock him a little bit further back. They've still got this Drain running nicely. Primal Split getting popped. Velo wants to chase after, but this Storm Panda is not that quick. He gets it up onto the high ground now. Schem is actually continuing to farm. They found Yamate. Moon Meander running forward. Schem does have a blink away onto Raven. Moon needing to be somewhat careful. They do have the Shrine to fight on. Now the Soulbind coming out. Velo in some trouble. Can they actually keep Moon Meander alive? He doesn't have the Aegis. He pops the Battle Trance. He's locked onto Raven. Can he bring him down? Night Stun from the Lina. Keeps him up. Raven rolling a little bit off to one side. They've lost 2 so far. Tigers. Could this have been a bit of a mistake? They are going to grab the Courier, but that's it. Dendi. That's life number 1 taken out. Might be able to get the blink away. Oh, he's going to try for it, but a great roll in from Raven stuns him right as he respawns. And that was an utter disaster for Tigers. They used the big ultimate just to try and catch the PA. Then they popped the Primal Split, only getting like half of the value out of that. And even with all of that used, they still felt so confident in the fact that they had the Aegis to run up high ground into a Shrine and just take an absolutely disastrous team fight. That was kind of sad to watch. I mean, really well played by Lotac. Well done by Schem. He kind of disengaged, waited for the right opportunity to come back into the fight. I feel like he played that fantastically, but Tigers just, I don't know, throwing away their lead. And with that, they may have just handed Lotac their BKBs. Schem's got 3k. Lina's almost got it. And Ohio deciding that he doesn't even want it. He's just going to be going for a Heart of Tarask here. So, yeah, Heart of Tarask and an MKB. Oh, that's going to be very scary. Because once those BKBs are up, none of the Lotac cores care about the BKB cores don't care about the Primal Split. They're not going to care about the Keeper of the Light. It's like those 2 heroes are just instantly deleted from Tiger's lineup as soon as those BKBs are online. So, I mean, the Purge is still going to be useful, and maybe they can Cyclone the CK or something like that, but Tigers have just made this game a hell of a lot more difficult. And the net worth graph and the win probability is going to reflect that. They got 80% Lotac at this point. Alright, what are they doing here? Raven focuses Norse forward, feeling confident with his Ghost Scepter, will be able to get the roll away. And that is a 5-man rotation from Tigers over towards top. They got to do something with this, otherwise this is just a big waste of time. Mid lane's getting pushed in, bottom lane's now getting shoved by the Lina. She's going to be going for Boots of Travel after that. So these greedy builds for Lotac now really starting to kick in as they continue to expand their options for map control. Dendi almost has BKB. Did end up going for the movement speed talent this game instead of the side trap damage, so won't be a lot of lane cutting or anything coming from him. Ohio with an invis, scouting things out, maybe just hoping to find a quick bounty rune or something here, or just a quick kill on 1437. They actually spot him. They've got the Sentry Ward up on the high ground. Once again, they're going to pop the Will-O-Wisp just to try and find a kill. Ohio able to run it off, though. He's looking okay so far. He's still got the Phantasm. Will he use it? No. It just ends up dropping. Yamate also uses the Soulbind, but it is just the hero lost on this side of the map, and 40 seconds until Ohio's back up. Not the longest respawn. Roshan's still down for at least 3 minutes.
Dire's top tower
And
is under
Lotac.
attack.
Can they defend this? Nice stroke of fate. Cleared out this wave pretty well, but the siege creep still surviving. And it looks like Tiger's just gonna have to settle for taking this top tier 2 tower. Will not really be able to threaten the base. And Schem actually gonna go and threaten their base a little bit, perhaps. He doesn't want to use the 10-second BKB charge defensively, but is still gonna probably try and force Tigers back here. Looks like just deciding that the catapult is going to be enough, and he is straight back to farming. But this PA is getting enormous. 1600 net worth, yeah, 16k, sorry, 16k net worth. Has the Armor Corruption talent now. I would imagine Triple Stifling Dagger at 25. Still a little ways away, but just such nice synergy with the Grimstroke ulti. And really feeling like Lotac now in the driver's seat. Tigers, their next opportunity is going to be centered around the Roshan, so very important that they get some vision around there. 1437 getting jumped on by Scam. Does 1437 have the RNG? That's 3 hits, all misses, 4 hits, all misses. Scam looking for the dagger. 1437 still juking Scam. Confident that he has the BKB to get out of here. Roll forward from Raven. They're going to try and turn this around onto Moon Meander. Can they focus him down in time? He does manage to get the battle trance off, but gets immediately stunned up. They've lost Zephyr in the backline. Ohio jumping in there. Troll being controlled. He does manage to get the BKB out, but that won't save him from the crit as Lotac find themselves at Tiger's doorstep. 2 heroes dead. And the creep wave not too far behind. This is trouble. They're jumping in on top of Velo. He's pretty tanky. He's going to go straight into the Primal Split, however. If Lotac can just disengage from this, that's going to be bad news for Tigers. Velo having to be careful with the Panda. Scam just jumps in. He's still got the BKB available. Not popping it just yet. Not the greatest coordination. Velo just going to send the PA up into the air, but Lina with her BKB brings down the Will-O-Wisp. And now Velo back into his Panda form. Stunned up for 3 seconds, focused by 5 heroes, and will be brought down by one more swing of the cudgel from Ohio. Lotac looking for the first tier 3 tower of the game here. Moon is going to be back up in about 5 seconds time, but Tigers, what can they actually do? Dendy, he had the laning matchup against the Lina, and he's got a decent scoreline so far, but really struggling to engage into these 5-on-5 fights. Can't really go on the PA. I guess if they could find some, if they had some lockdown, he would be able to go on the Lina, and he would be able to go onto the backlines. But the fact that they have the Caudal and the Pugna as their supports means that they don't have the stuns for these fights unless the Will-O-Wisp is out. But I feel like the ultimate usage from 1437, it's not that it's been bad, but it's been forced. He's been using it in situations where he thinks, okay, I can get this 1 kill on this guy, or something along those lines, but we haven't seen that big kind of AoE combination that I was talking about, where they're utilizing the Whirling Axes and they're utilizing the Cinder Brew to really make that Will-O-Wisp super duper powerful. And again, Roshan's going to be the next big objective, and it's only 5 seconds away. Primal Split, 25 seconds to go. This fast respawn could be the nail in the coffin for Tigers. If they give away this Aegis, then I think they're just completely screwed. Ohio's got his heart, so he's walking around with 3,500 HP. They do manage to jump in onto Yamate. Not the best coordination. They send him up onto the high ground. Can he actually get this stun off? He will be able to. The roll forward from Raven. Dendy didn't pop his BKB. He's getting chain stunned. He might finally be able to use it now. He's trying to run it off. He does have a buyback available. Velo buying back into the game. Oh no, that push over from 1437. Keeping Yamate alive. The Inkswell stun comes out, and then Lotac just descend. Oh my god. And with that, looking like it's going to be an easy Roshan, and I think from this point an easy game for Lotac. Zephyr, what, looking for a little freebie on Yamate here. I don't think it's going to be quite so easy. Alright, there's the life drain. That's half of his health. Where's the other half going to go? Over at Roshan. Velo did just buy back a little bit earlier. Can he get the Primal Split off? He won't be able to. Mischance will not be enough to save him. Scam coming in with the tips. And 1437 now on the run from Raven. Threatening the roll forward, but just clearing the creep wave. Not doing anything too crazy. And now, Lotac, 14k net worth lead, almost a 15k experience lead, and Dota Plus very much liking their chances at this stage. Scam taking a bit of damage. He's got an MKB picked up. Meander on the front lines. Ohio taking some damage. This is where the high ground defense comes in for Tigers. Can they actually kill off Ohio? I don't know if they can. And he's got that heart regen kicking back in very, very soon. Are they just going to go for bottom? Looks like that is going to be the call from Lotac. Straight up onto the high ground with Schem. Still 20 seconds to go on the Brewmaster. They know that he does not have a buyback since he used it earlier. But Lotac, okay. Are they content to just...
Radiant's top
the ultra safe play at this point is to like farm another item and take both of the shrines and all that kind of stuff, but I also don't know if they really need to. Some of it depends on the buyback situation, and there are a lot of Radiant buybacks available, so might be stupid to just take a fight here. And they do have to respect the pushing power of the Pugna Troll Warlord TA. So, alright. Giving a little bit more respect to Tigers, and are just gonna grab themselves up a few more items, since they do have quite a lot of current gold. PA, I would imagine, is working towards, what, maybe Abyssal Blade? The CK wants his MKB, and the Lina wants the Shivas, so I guess maybe wants to grab those items up. Lina can just Boots of Travel in, so this might be a real push over at mid, but they're just going to go poking and prodding and see what they can find. Ohio's going to go for mid. Skem's actually jumping into the base, and he makes quick work of 1437, one crit to bring him down. Skem's now on the retreat, but he's still got the Aegis and his BKB, so he's going to be just fine. Jump into the back lines, find 1437 once again, just going to focus onto the Will-O-Wisp. There isn't really anyone being affected, but Skem just making a statement on the front lines. Velo once again does not manage to get his primal split out. He's dead for 45 seconds. PA coming back up, but the rest of Lotac here to defend. They get the stun onto Moon Meander. Can he get anything off? He does manage to pop the BKB and the Battle Trance, healing up nicely off of Ohio, who does have the cheese. He's going to be okay. Still baiting, dragging Moon Meander a little bit further away. His BKB wears out. He gets dragged back in, and now will be focused down. It looks like he gets saved by the Decrepify for a second, but will finally be finished off by the Laguna Blade. Diving in deeper. Moon Meander now buying back. They're trying to nuke the Pugna inside of his own fountain. That's not going to work. And Lotac, maybe realizing that they should actually get their first lane of racks, do head back over, finish off the tier 3. Skem jumping forward once again. 4 seconds down onto Moon. Dendi waiting inside of the meld, but that's all he can really do at this stage. And Lotac looking like they are going to be taking game 1 of this series. Not in, I wouldn't even say super convincing fashion. There was a moment there where they looked like they were in a little bit of trouble with that first Aegis, but Tiger's showing that this kind of lineup is also balanced on knife edge. You gotta make all the right plays, otherwise you're just gonna get kind of overrun like this. Yep, he's back in. He really wants 1437's head, and he will claim it. Velo just barely managing to get back into the panda form. Yamate with the soulbind. Skem let loose with these stifling daggers. It's so much damage. Dendi in huge trouble. The cleave almost finishing him off as well. Lina, what are you looking for here? You want more kills in the fountain? Are we really fountain camping now? No, alright. GG's been called. And Lotac will take that win. I don't know. I almost wish that Tigers had just kept the Pug, like if they, oh not kept, but Tigers had the Pugna mid, and then they'd had something a little bit more, just something with a reliable stun or something for Zephyr. Like the TA did well in lane this game, but it didn't really turn out to be a very easy TA game. She doesn't have the best matchups against the CK and the PA, but I feel like the standout performance for me this game has actually got to be Ohio. Like, he really didn't get any help at bottom at all, and he had absolutely fantastic farm. Let's look at some net worth here, and you can just have a quick look. So let's say that's Skem, and there's Ohio not too far behind, and there's Dendi. So Ohio is almost matching him for net worth all the way through the early game, and you know, heck, there's Moon. I feel like Ohio actually just had a fantastic game, and that was especially important because Cheon did not have the best time. Kind of middling net worth. He got that Yules really late, around the 17-minute mark, but they had Skem farming the entire time, and Ohio just taking control of the game. So, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to head to a short break. When we come back, it's Game 2 here for the StarLadder ImbaTV minor qualifiers, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. See you then.